don't underestimate how much you really know, especially if you're developing tech skills, whether it's basic tech skills or cybersecurity knowledge or software development knowledge. And let me tell a quick story about that. There's a few people in my local town that regularly call me for things ranging from helping them get their iPad and their phone set up to troubleshooting their business network. And what I've found is, as I've done that and helped people, especially in their homes, I've realized that most people are not tech savvy. So when they know somebody who's tech savvy, you better believe they're going to be calling them up. They're going to be hitting them up. So if you're one who's developing a tech savviness, it doesn't even have to be super deeply technical for you to be valuable. Even if your goal is, let's say, pen testing, which is a highly technical focus, don't underestimate your tech savviness compared to someone who is not, because they need you. They need your help. So just because you consider yourself maybe a cybersecurity professional, don't discredit that. Even being a student, if you're studying and you're getting some good knowledge and you're getting some good skills, you might be able to help people in your local area and make some money in the process. I recently helped a lady. I went to her house and I helped her get set up on her iPad, set up with the Touch ID. I helped her get familiar with iPad OS and gave her some things to practice with. Taking video, texting. As interesting as it seems, she didn't know that she could text from an iPad. And another thing, I showed her how to connect to the printer from the iPad, which seems simple, but for some people, they don't have the mindset to just tinker and want to go and look at different buttons and what this button does. They're just kind of like, hey, I don't want to break this. So that could be you helping them and encouraging them to go experiment and make great use of the tools they've got, maximize the technology that's already in their home. I mean, I have a thought process that goes through my mind that, I don't know that most of us really understand the power of the technology that we're using, especially being in technology, being in it as a career path. I always think I need more tech to be able to accomplish more. But, it was my wife who was like, when I first started live streaming and creating content, she was like, you don't need all the mic and the webcam stuff to get started. Just start with what you've got. And I was so, stubborn about that. But ultimately, she was right. I started doing all this stuff on my Surface Book 2 at the time, which is a decent laptop. I know that you can help other people realize the technology around them is more powerful, and you could even help them as you help them solve the issues they think that they believe they have. As you go through and you kind of listen to them talk to you about the problems, especially if they invite you into their home, you can be hyper aware to other problems that they may have, or opportunities to teach them new skills. And that's one of the big benefits of you continuing to learn, so that you can help and be of value to others. Last thing, and I promise I'll let y'all go, is, I've done this for people and I felt like, this is not worth money. I thought about that. Like, I don't want people to feel like for me to want to help them, they've got to pay me. But over the years, it kind of has shifted, and I'll tell you why. I had one situation where I went over and I helped somebody set their email up. It was some basic stuff. I set their email up. It was pulling their email down, and then I synced the email to their iPhone so that they could see the same emails from their desktop as they could on their iPhone. And to them, that was like incredible. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And they insisted. And this person looked at me in the face and said, Bob, I'm not paying you for your friendship. I'm paying you for your knowledge and expertise. And I'm telling you, this person would not let me leave unless they paid me. And so over time, I've realized that sometimes people want to pay you for your help. And you shouldn't feel bad about that. So if you go over to someone's house and help them out, you spent your time, used your knowledge and your expertise to help them develop a new understanding of their technology, or even unlock new features they didn't know were there. So this is one of the reasons you need to keep learning. And with that, have a good one, and don't forget to keep learning.